Onivia, League of Legends highlights, powered by ArcaneBet.com. Bet live on esports.
Interesting. Cuve's going for a skill matchup. He wants to match fire with fire. He's not going to take a tank into Kennen, but he already lost out. Peanut squashing impression. Cuve squishy, remember.
Yeah, does have the acceleration gate, but there's the flash from Smeb, gets the stun, gets the cocoon, and Score's gonna jump in. That's first blood to the Elise, and this is why they banned it game one.
Poetry in motion from KT, who always had confidence to invade. Now we're gonna see that, Haru.
Yeah, well, Smeb, of course, it's a worrying time. He does need to get the stun and does so, but the flash forward, Haru wants this. Just needs to cock that gun and is gonna do so. Shoots him in the face, and actually Cuve is gonna grab that kill. Nicely done to give it over to his solo laner.
But it's not just
coming in. As Marta doesn't have the ultimate, Deft does. He flashes, looks for the arrow, just whips it all the way through, and he is going to die. Oh my God, picks up the 1-for-1! The volley just doing so much damage with all of the minions.
So much greed coming through. Cuve trying to take out Score.
Dodges a lot of that damage. Will need to switch back. Gets the cocoon as in goes Pawn. He's looking for it. Does get it, but face dive needs to be there. Score grabs the kill as it's answered immediately by Crown. Pawn needs his cooldowns back up. Time Wind is there. Doesn't get the tick on the way back.
It's such a big change. It's not so much the first bloods as Cuve once again will take a lot of damage.
Yeah, cocoon lands. There's the arrow that flashes into it though. As Score. I think he was actually in range for that one. He's still going for this. The ultimate comes out from Crown and Haru's there to clean it up. And that was a bit of a KT play there out of Score.
Exercise and frustration, but they're going to try.
Yeah, end of the line is there as Haru's tanking up this turret. Pawn face dives in. Crown taking a lot of damage. Has to ult out though. This is dangerous. Nice stun, but Pawn gets the follow-up kill. Collateral damage is there, but Pawn's absolutely fine with that. Can even teleport back to
Sam's the one who's fallen the biggest margin behind, 33 CS, and Smeb is a level above him as well.
Oh, there's the Slicing Master one more time. We'll get the stun very, very quickly as Cuve's going to die. All too easy for Smeb, and you can see those...
They don't necessarily have any pressure in their duo lane to walk up and ward, and Cuve's going to get dived again.
He is definitely dead. Score's going to grab that kill one more time as Parallel Convergence into the mid lane, just stopping Ruler from getting anywhere near this creep wave.
But we keep changing camera shots between winning trades.
Position at the same time. They're going to go for this dragon once again as Ruler just getting shot in the face. The arrow flies through, but Ruler actually flashes out of the way. Scores there! Perfect timing! And they're going to be able to grab this turret as well. All too easy. Dragon does once again go down, but KT looked to be completely fine with it as Score takes a shock blast. Needs to be very, very careful. Remember, nothing to get himself around there as the wild growth comes in. Does now have that repel back up, and Score's just going to take them on a merry chase as he tries to escape this one. Good slow from Core JJ, and that will be the end. But inner turret falls. Inner turret will possibly utilize that proto belt. Dash cannons his way out as Cuve looking to die one more time. Score's going to turn up, as he always does. The best friends club, the Bash brothers here in Smeb and Score as they take down this inner turret. Yeah.
Consistently.
Score is going to get ran into. Big damage with that proto belt though as Pawn's right deep in the backline. He will need to use that ultimate, but uses the Zhonya's first that he picked up very, very recently. There's the ult, gets himself out, but Cuve's here. Good timing. Haru is going to take down Smeb in the backline as Cuve now dashing out. Score off to the side. Deft flashes really nicely, but he gets exhausted and he's surrounded. Pawn gets a lot of damage in and Marta takes down Haru, but KT was so split in that fight.
The first time we've seen a true team fight, and okay, Samsung finally.
Gone off too soon. Pawn's here as well. He does have that ultimate. Time Winder getting a lot of damage, and there's the repel. Score just getting Samsung Galaxy all the way out as Parallel Convergence might be there. Really good flanking play as Pawn throws down the ult. The Zhonya's there. Smeb grabs the first kill, and Samsung are getting corralled into the edge. Massive damage, and Pawn grabs one. Still able to almost get out there. That's a double kill for Defto, and KT are still chasing. Haru wants to get back home so desperately, but I don't think Kansas is the option, my friend. Smeb's going to be able to take this one. That's the ace. And KT just...
double Mountain Drake, all those parts make sense. But then you see the team comp, they stay so long on the Baron, but by the time that they peel off, Cuve can't be a frontliner as Marta decides he doesn't want a Baron buff.
That was for the crowd. You can hear them in the background. They're pretty excited about the...
this could be interesting.
This could most certainly be a problem, but just dodges out of the way, but the smite's not going to be in the pit. He is going to be able to get it. Cuve's going to die. They even invested the teleport. He's very good at it. On the echoes, he dives right in. Crown's going to get stunned and destroyed. Already nothing doing here as KT rip through Samsung. Ruler is in the middle of the fight, not where he wants to be. Haru's going to die. It's a double first score as the tower is taken down, and yet again, KT. No answers from Samsung. They'll take down the Nexus for game 2, and it's now set point for a 3-0 for KT Rolster. I did not expect to say it, but now it has to be a Samsung reverse sweep.
And we've seen reverse sweeps in semifinals, but it certainly doesn't look like a semifinal that's poised to go that way. If you take the name tags off Samsung, they could be any other team. They could be Kongdu Monster Atlas, and that's kind of a scary
that
thing.
That would possibly be better because they were the most recent ones to beat KT Rolster.
They're not playing like Samsung, they are not drafting like Samsung, and they're getting run over like they are not a relevant factor at all. Whatever they decided to draft for today needs to be rubbished, straight to the bottom of the rubbish. Maybe light it on fire, I don't know how the fire codes are here in the OGN Stadium, and go back to comfort. And maybe even think about some of those trades. Haru was decent in game 2, he certainly wasn't the major problem. They do not have a substitute for Cuvée, it should be noted. But they need something new, and whether that's going to be purely draft or the return of some experience in someone like Ambition,